range value will be very, very small, so that you get out of control, right? We saw the graph we had, right? So then after that, you go to calculate the respective part, repeatability, reproducibility, data, and then the total, and then subsequently you just use a mechanical, very mechanically calculate the data, right? So we went through those examples, right? And that if you don't have two appraisals, you only have repeatability. Then you have multiple appraisals there, then you have reproducibility coming in, right? Quick recap, right? So we go through all this thing here, and that how to get, calculate this part here, this part here, and based on this table. This table is used by the Minitab and also AIAG. So actually it's a refinement of the D2 figure, right? So AG Duncan give a very detailed calculations of what it is, and then subsequently give this table. And this table has more decimal point and more accurate than the one we have in our control chart. For simple reason is that it takes into considerations the sample, the sample group number, and then the sample, number of sample, right? This is sample size, right? This is N, is our N, normally in the control chart, right? Equivalent, and this is number of group there, so you consider. And then this D2 that we give in the control chart normally for variable is assuming that this part here, the number of group is very, very big. Right? If you go to the AG Duncan and AIAG Red 4, revision 4, right? They expand it all the way to N, this G is equal to 20, right? Minitab make use of this number. So you find your discrepancy using this table, and then if beyond that you assume it's D2. Then there's small discrepancy there if you calculate with the Minitab, because Minitab then use all the way through using the equation, right? So not to worry, right? So then the rest then will be very mechanical, right? Repeatability coming from this. And then the first estimate of reproducibility is coming from this equation. And then you need to take care of the components of repeatability contribute by the individual part, right? Subtract it out, then you get the reproducibility. So if this guy is bigger than this one, negative value, because square root have never have negative value, so you set it to 0, right? So because they have negative value, because this equation X bar R chart there don't take care of this interaction between the equipment and the part and the operator. Right? There's one component missing there. So that's why occasionally you can get negative value, but no fear, right? If you have negative value, set it to 0. So the rest then you see will be very simple, very mechanical. Once you get that, you just go through the equations and then start data, and they'll be all right, is it? Right? Okay, so I went through that on the Minitab, what you interpret by that, right? So this is what Minitab output looks like. So, and this is what AIAG table looks like. So if you go through our process, then you don't need this. You need this because if you want to let shop floor people to do it, so they need a fixed template to refer to that. So have no fear to go through some exercise later on to read that, right? So we've gone through that. We've gone through all this, some example. Now, so I say that this part, I will not test you, but just for your common knowledge, if you go through that, right? And that for simple reason is that, now, you say that in a variable number, we can go to MSA. But then a lot of times in a lot of our job, we depending on operator to screen to part and subsequently pass it to the customer and ship it out, right? And human is a very valuable asset because we have flexibility, anything we can do. We can just learning process much faster, unless you are programmer very fast, right? So, but then the flexibility also a handicap. For simple reason, human have fatigue effect, and prejudice, right? And some other unintentional motivations. A lot of factors coming in there, see? If the supervisor scold the girl too much or whatever it is there, and then she will get upset and say that I don't care, everything go. that scenario, right? So, and a lot of times when you want to do the business, right, it depends on the operator or inspector to select a good part before you ship out or ship to customer. Then you say, the question you say, okay, how good is the inspection system? It's like MSA, right? So we have the scenario there is that, we got people, right? And then we have parts, right? Parts have good as well as bad, and in between, right? So when people go to inspect there, see, what do you expect? We want to be say that, okay, hey, if you have all these parts with no known attribute, standard, this is a standard attribute, right? We know that beforehand this part. And then we take the good part, bad part, and in between parts, right? We know where they are. And then test out this intentional testing, the people, right? And then people normally have 2 trials or 3 trials. Typically 2 trials are good enough. 2 or 3 trials, right? Sometimes on testing. So the people have to benchmark against themselves, right? They say, okay, hey, am I consistent or not? Consistency, right? If I call a good part good all the time correctly, and I call the bad part bad correctly all the time. Or sometimes I call good part bad, bad part good. It can be that scenario, right? So we need to know that the operator inspector, when they do this part here with a known attribute, then they say, is it consistent or not? First, consistency. Secondly, is it then it refer to standard, right? This standard, the standard is a good part. Do they consistently call out good or not? So we have these 2 aspects of it to try out, right? And then you have multiple operator. Operator 1, operator 2, both have this behavior pattern. And then we also need to know that when they do this behavior pattern there, see, are they consistent or are they not consistent? So, and this clever Alex, right, they come out with a system, very principle, very easy. You all don't have to worry too much about it, you see. And they come out with a method to test it. But bear in mind, if we are testing a part, right, if your method is 90% accurate, if the operator consistency very 90% accurate. So that means 1 million part or something like that, you have 0.1%, 0.1, right, or 10% escape all the time, right? Or 10% escape all the time, right? Right? So, and if you do that, if you want 100 ppm performance, what you do? I have 0.1. You cannot see this, I see whether I can do that better. Okay, 0.1, right? What happened? Anyway, okay. 0.1, right? So this is not so good. Right, 0.1, right? And if you, after you get first operator to inspect it, you have 10% escape, right? You get second operator inspect it, you get 1%, still have 1% escape, right? Your third operator inspect it, you're better. Fourth operator, so this is what? 100 ppm, right? 0.0001. So you times 10 to the power of 6. That means you have 100 ppm, right? So for a work that you have passed through first operator, then the pass one have go through second operator, and then the task one and pass one, right, go to third operator, then only the fourth operator, then you have the performance level of only 100 ppm will escape from the process. That's considering the fact that the operator, the inspector are consistent and very good, right? So this is the extension of this curve, right? So you have, right, if you want to go to 100, right, you need 4 operators to do that. You go to 1 ppm, you need slightly over 5 operator or 6 operator to get that. So this is human, it's very expensive. Pass one, you test again, pass one, you check again, test one again, check multiple times, right? So by right, process, a respectable engineer, right, a company shouldn't rely on operator to give you a pass-fail criteria. You should design. You use operator because it's cheap and stopgap measure, but you should devise a test to overcome it. Then, because typically even escape to the outside world there, see, you always blame the operator. They are the lowest pay in the hierarchy of management of organizations. And then it's not fair, right? I call it lazy engineering, right? So coming back to what we say, so we want to have a standard. Some guys devise a way to do it such that you check against consistency of operator and then the consistency against the standard. So, and then you rank them. We go through one example, you know that, right? So what you have is that, okay, if this is the number of sample you have, right, this is no status. Let's say you go to a scratch, a printed circuit board or IC chip, you know, you go to leg frame or something, big frame, right? Those are things there. And then try to, or top cover of an Apple, something like that, right? And then want to check whether they are flaw or something like that, right? So you know that each part of it is whether it's pass or fail. There are different way of, you know, these defects on the product you have. So you know that the appraisal one, you do 2 times randomly, right? And then we record it. So, and then the appraisal one, subsequently you have this thing, right? Okay? So that's what we said earlier. So you need to randomize it. So if you go through that, right, if the appraiser, what you do is assign the appraiser score, right? Is that with 1, if trial 1 is equal to trial 2, that means that he's consistent. If the appraiser score is 0, if trial 1 is say pass, trial 2 is say fail, or fail the other way, right? So this is called the appraiser score, right, within cell consistency, right? Then again, the attribute is that if it's consistent, good one, you call good consistently, trial 1, trial 2, and then compare with the standard. The standard also say good, then you have an attribute score of 1. If it's not, then you give it 0, right? So if you imagine you have this method, then see, you have this guy here, right? You have 10 parts, trial 1 pass, trial 2 pass, so within the appraiser is 1, right? Each appraiser score against standard is 1, right? Because it's pass. Pass, 1. These 2 pass already, right? And then you compare with standard is a pass, so it's 1. So this is fail part. First part you pass, second part you fail. It's not consistent, and then that's why it's 0. If it's 0 already, compared with the standard, of course it's 0, right? It's called that, right? Fail, 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 so it's consistent, so it's called 1, right? And then, if it's called 1 fail already, and then you compare standard fail, it's 1, right? So this is what it is, 1 and 0, right? Same thing is it, you have another appraiser, right? Pass, fail is 0. When you compare the standard pass, it's 0. Pass, fail, 0. Of course, this compared with that, his original pass 1 is 0, right? Fail, fail is 1, right? So on and so forth. So if you have this method coming out, you can score the guy already and against the standard. So what you do is that within the operator there, right? You look at the number of 1, you add together, and then you have number of n, right? So this is a percentage already, right? Versus the standard, same thing, you sum it up and then give the standard. So with that, then you can say that, okay, if I have 10 parts, if I call consistently out, maybe I call 6, 7 out, right, consistently. At 7 out of 10, then I got 70% my performance. But if I gauge the standard, let's say that if I call it even 7, but some of them not according to the standard, maybe 5 out of 7 there, see, is compared, I call against the standard is correct. So 5 out of 10, so my score against the standard is 5 out of 10, so it's 50%. So then you know where you are, right? Your operator 1, operator 2, operator 3, then you know where are individual score, who are the best, who's the worst, or something like that, right? Then, if for instance in a line you have multiple operators to go through, multiple lines, right? You have multiple operators. So overall, what is your effectiveness of the standard? You have to consider all the operators' result, right? Then you group it together, right? So you can go through the same philosophy there, right? Overall, see, same thing, right? And then you go through, right? I'm not going to go through that. So you can get through that again using the same method, but you add additional column, right? In the sense that between appraiser, are they okay? Appraisers, all the appraiser against the standard, okay? That means you sum it up together, right? Then you know all the standard. So look at this example. I got 50 known, actually this is 50 known PCBA, printed circuit board assembly, those electronic boards, you have that. And then people have to inspect, you know, there are different type of defects on that. Solder, not joint, solder joint, no solder, or tilted, or missing part, or something like that, right? So there are various kind of defects there. Just like in your wafer, right? Sometimes you have problems with this wafer there because there are some sort of defects or consistency or something like that, right? When looking at a microscope, you check pass or fail. Or you go through your lid frame mounting, right? Getting into chip form already. You have some coplanarity check, you know, whether it's completely sealed or not, epoxy, those kind of things there. So you check that. So in this case here, I got 50 of them, right? 50 pieces of PCBA, right? And then you have these two appraisers, appraiser 1 and appraiser 2, right? The actual pass or fail there is on this standard. And then the appraiser 1, they have 2 trials, right? Trial number 1, trial number 2, right? Trial number 1, trial number 2, right? So you do that, and that if you go into Minitab have a function for you to do that. I think, do I have it here? Maybe I'll just check it. I think I have it here, right? Okay, this one is, I have it here. I'll show it to you, right? This one, now, Minitab want to put you all in a row. So this is a sample all the way to 50, right? 50, right? So appraiser 1, do 2 times, right? So that means you have all the 100 appraiser 1, right? And then this is the result, and this is the standard. So there are 2 appraisers, so altogether there are 200. Minitab want to do this way, okay? Because it's result by columns. So in Minitab, it has a function called this thing here called gauge study, right? Attribute agreement analysis, right? I do it here. So the result is the result we have. Sample is a sample that we have in this column, right? Appraiser is this one. So non-standard is this one here, right? So you output this one. Minitab will give you this output, right? So this is what I quoted here, okay? In your slide here, right? So you say that out of 50, appraiser, you know, this is appraiser by itself, right? Within the appraiser, this is appraiser against standard, and then between appraiser, this overall. This one is overall. This one is appraiser against the standard or by itself, there, right? Okay. So number 1 there, see, you get 43 out of 50 consistently. So 43 out of 50 is 86%, right? So 86% efficiency, right? The guys call it correctly, 86%. And then the number 2 there, see, 48 out of 50, you call it right. Right? Okay? And then, if you against the standard, right? As what we said earlier, two must agree already, then you go to the standard, right? So you must lump these two guys' performance together and then get appraise the standard. So after you're against the standard, it's only 53 out of appraisal 1, you learn 53 out, 39 out of 50. So its efficiency drop already. And then the number 2 there, see, it's still very consistent, 96%, right? So if you look at these two performance there, right, overall, see, how effective is your screening? Then you compare, 2 must you agree already, then you can score 1, right? And then against the standards, 2 must agree already, agree correctly, then against the standard, right? So this is how you do it here, right? So between appraiser, 78%, for simple reason is that it's handicapped by this one, right? Okay? And then against the standard, again, there is handicapped by this one. So that means that based on 50 pieces of known good or bad board conditions, I let the inspector to inspect, and then I test the consistency of the call out, and then the consistency comes out whether correct with the standard or not. By going through this exercise here, I can look at it how robust my system is. Then you have a way to test out, see, based on the inspection, how effective it is. So this is called training, right? Qualifications, certifications of the inspection standard. That's what normally in the trade you do, right? And then, because people sometimes forget, so modern day, you always have some sort of lookup chart for people say, hey, this call, reject, this is reject, right? So we have that refresher all the time. So you can use this sort of things there to go to retest the people, see? That kind of technique. So this is inspection application, right? So even human we can test, just like you do exam test at PSLE, the latest one, big hoo-ha, you all know about that, right? So now, so the interval, all these things there is just you know, the interval calculation where your mean is going to be located. I just give you the concept, don't bother about the interval. Minitab will give you that, right? So there are some equations involved for the interval calculation. Now, the book, right, inside the book, Montgomery, right, table 8.1, chapter 8. So he has also listed out this. He didn't tell a lot of things, he just tell you this is the result. So this is precisely as I explained earlier, that's how Minitab and this guy calculated it. So this guy, see this example in the Montgomery, actually is given for some sort of car loan or finance loan application. People have a standard loan application form, and then after the standard form there, you fill, you attach all the relevant information, then you apply for loan, right? And then when you apply for loan, see the guy that inspect and approving the loan want to go through there and say, oh, you have this is correct or not, then subsequently you're allowed high risk, low risk, or no risk at all, or wrong. Very high risk one you reject, you know, low risk one you give it back, fund number 1, and then fund number 2 insurance or premium if you adjust or something like that, right? So this example here, what in the Montgomery there is that they got 30 applicants or something like that, and that he has the correct classifications in this column, right in the table here, and then they got 3 appraisers. Sue will try it 1 and twice, Fred will try another 2 times, John will give another 2 times, and then see they go to do it like testing it. So like one example, my 50 PCBA like result, right? So you look at that and then evaluate it and then it give you the result, right? This is what I have to some extent. So this is the way that, you know, you want to check out the consistency of your inspection technique. But be very wary about this. During the train, people are very fresh, those are things there. Over time, people memory, it's not like photographic memory, those are things there. And people get fatigued. And people may be upset, wake up in the wrong side, on the wrong side of bed, and today want to be more stringent. And the other day they said, you know, they may be more relaxed. So consistency is not always there, so be aware of this way. Okay? So this is the technique that for attribute, pass or fail, good or bad, color correct, right, wrong, or something like that, you can test it out as well. This is MSA for attribute, right? Okay? So what we have here, questions? So this is bonus, huh? I'm not going to test you on this one. You all can take it out and then do something, but then I think it will be useful for you at work. You do the MSA by variable, knowing this more, and then this thing is more for variable for work, right? Okay? So that's it. Now, since you're still fresh, right? Let's go to do some tutorial, right? Okay. I'll do it here.